By the way, Councillor DeVitis wants to be known as Chef Mike from now on.
All right.
There we go.
All right. There we go.
Okay, Matthew, are we good?
We're good to go.
Okay, I'd like to call this special meeting to order at 6:30 PM. Are there any declarations of interest? Seeing none, are there any additions or changes to the order of the agenda? Go ahead, Councillor O'Hara.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to move an amendment to add a second item for consideration respecting Thorold's Community Market.
Okay,
So the city is looking to invite representatives from local wineries, breweries, and distilleries.
okay.
It's-
And then we'll deal with that at the correct time to make sure we have
Perfect.
2/3 on the vote. Councillor D'Angelo.
Mr. Mayor, I wanted to declare a conflict on the report that we're dealing with, 4.1. Similar to Committee of Adjustments, my sister-in-law lives next door to the property. So I wanted to declare a conflict on that. So if we're adopting the agenda, do you want to deal with Councillor O'Hara's amended item he wants to put on the floor? Because it'd probably be more appropriate if I left the meeting since I'm in conflict.
That's fine, but I have to check with the clerk here because, no, that's fine, but are we gonna lose quorum then?
We won't lose quorum if we lose Councillor D'Angelo at this point. We would still have quorum. Councillor D'Angelo, you can remain in the meeting. You just wouldn't be allowed to, of course, vote on the item. And at this point, as the agenda isn't on the floor yet, you can move the agenda as amended if you wish.
Okay, so Councillor D'Angelo has moved to put that item first. Do I have a seconder for that? Councillor Sentence? That is to change the order of the agenda. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay. So what we're going to do is first, we're going to deal with the motion, or first of all, we're going to deal with Councillor O'Hara's motion to waive notice requirements of the procedure bylaw to deal with his motion this evening. We need 2/3 on this vote. I have a mover, Councillor O'Hara. Can I get a seconder for that? First of all, Councillor Sentence. All those in favor of waiving the procedure bylaw to deal with this tonight. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, Councillor O'Hara, we now deal with the motion respecting the Thorold Community Market event. Could you put that on the floor, please? And then we'll get a seconder.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So the city is looking to invite representatives from local wineries, breweries, and other distilleries to participate in the community market nights. The city must apply for a special event permit from the AGCO, which requires that council declare the community market as a municipally significant event. As the permit process takes time, I'd like to provide a notice of motion to move a resolution declaring the market a municipality significant event, and due to the time sensitivity of the request, that council waive the notice requirements in accordance with section 11.2 of the procedural bylaw so we can deal with the resolution immediately.
Thank you. So we have already waived the procedure bylaw. That's your motion. Do I have a seconder for that motion? It's up on the screen. I have a seconder, Councillor Sentence. And the motion states, whereas the community market serves as a platform for local businesses, entrepreneurs, and artisans to showcase their, I can't see the edge of that, to showcase their, is that products?
That's correct, Mr. Mayor. Products contributing to the economic growth and development of Thorold. And I can read the rest if you'd like. Whereas it is desirable to apply for a special event permit from the AGCO to allow local wineries, breweries, and distillers to showcase their own products to market customers. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Thorold enact as follows, that the Thorold Community Market being held on the following dates. Those are Wednesday evenings through June, from June through August, and from 5 until 9 p.m. at the Battle of Beaver Dams Park, be declared a municipally significant event.
And so Councillor O'Hare has moved that, Councillor Sentence is seconded that. Any discussion?
Sorry. Yeah, could I just mention, we decided to lengthen the dates just in case, weather permitting, we choose to move the market along in September and October. So I can read those dates as well. It is September 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th, and October 4th and 11th. So it
Okay,
includes those dates as well.
so those dates have been added to the motion. And I have a mover, Councillor O'Hare, and a seconder, Councillor Sentence. Any discussion on that motion? Go ahead, Councillor DeAngelo.
I just have a question regarding that. Once you get the license, will there be additional costs related to moving forward, getting alcoholic beverages served there?
Yes, through you, Mr. Mayor. The costs will be borne by the wineries, breweries, and cider houses. But we will have to provide an area. Our goal is to provide a patio area where Thoroldaites who are visiting the market can sit down, enjoy a glass of local wine or beer or apple cider. So there will be a small patio area we're thinking for. So this isn't a large venture. It's just something to add on top of what's already being offered at present.
Councillor DeAngelo, does that answer your question?
Well, just will there be any fencing, patio, benches, picnic tables, any of that stuff, like additional costs that we should know now as opposed to later, if that's something that we have to provide for? Is that like the fencing, the area, that's going to be all covered by those that are going to be selling the beverages, or is that something the city has to pick up?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, this is something that the city will invest in because we see this as an ongoing market here in Thorold. We can, in the early stages, use borrowed fencing. Councillor DeVitis has offered to lend us fencing to get temporarily set up. And I believe the city has picnic benches that we can use, but we'd like to move into the direction of being able to set up something much more comfortable and professional looking. So there will be costs associated with that at some point.
So is there money in the current budget?
It may go beyond the current budget. We're still trying to get figures for how much the railing and the tables would cost this seating.
Well, the tables we have, it's just the cost to get them there. And so is there, Councillor DeAngelo, are you good with that? There may be a little cost. We don't know. We have picnic benches and whatever railings. Mike, do you have the, Councillor DeVitis, do you have
I have barricade fencing, yes. And wineries agreed to bring their own insurance, so that another thing they can offer too. We'd have to worry about insuring them.
I see the clerk's got his hand up. Matthew, do you have something to add?
I just wanted to advise, I know Community Services has been talking about the potential of actually extending this, and I believe they are looking at bringing a report, if not to the July meeting, it'll come August 1st, so plenty of time before they would need to contemplate on this. So if there are additional tasks, even if it's work in kind done by staff, it'll be covered in that report.
Thank you. Councillor DeAngelo, are you good with that?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, if there's a report coming with a plan in place, that would be excellent. I just don't like doing things ad hoc and just throwing things out there. I'm supportive of the market, supporting the direction they're going, but there's got to be a proper plan, especially when you start involving alcohol in the city. That's, to me, very critical, and especially in a park that is there for family entertainment. Thank you.
Thank you. CAO Manoj Delvaria, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Speaking with staff, I guess they are going to bring a report forward. There will be additional cost. Councillor DeAngelo, there will be cost associated with it. And staff will incorporate everything in the report when it comes to in front of council. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Any further discussion on that? Seeing none, all those in favor? Counselor O'Hare and Counselor Dividitis, can you give me a vocal yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Okay. That is carried. Okay. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to deal with the I gotta get up my agenda one more time here, 1 sec. Okay, now we're gonna move and deal with item for consideration DS 40-2023 1-23 DQ Terrace Block 40 and 41 Plan of Vacant Land Condominium and Assumption Agreement DO 702-2022 and DO 703-2022. And can I get a mover and a seconder to put that on the floor, please? And then we'll I'll get the presentation. I got a mover. Can I get a mover and a seconder, please? Where's I got Counselor Dividitis. Can I get a seconder? Counselor O'Hare. And now I'll turn this over to is Nick presenting this, Tara?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, yeah, I'll have Nick take the lead on this as he prepared the report, and then should there be any questions, I'm available for that.
Thank you. Okay, Nick, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the report that's before council is the final approval for the condominium for blocks 40 and 41 on DQ Terrace. It's two small townhouse developments that went through the site plan approvals process late last year, and the applicant applied for vacant land condominium, and that was draft approved by council back in February, and they've now satisfied the conditions of approval and are here for the authorization from council for final approval, and then also the entering into the agreement that will be the assumption agreement for the length of site plan and the condominiums together.
Thank you, Nick. Now I'll open the floor from council for any questions. Are there questions to either Nick or Tara? I don't see any, and I had a mover and a seconder for the motion. Seeing no questions, all those in favor? I see Counselor O'Hare and Counselor Dividitis' hands up. Matthew, have you got the rest of the votes? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I can say that carried.
Okay, that motion is carried. Thank you. And now we go to bylaw. Can I get a mover and a seconder for Bill 101, 102, and 103, 2023? Is that regarding that? And do we have to add anything regarding the motion regarding the significant event? No? Okay.
We'll draft a letter to the AGCO advising them of the motion that'll assist in the permit application.
Thank you. Can I get a mover and a seconder for this, please? I got a mover, Counselor O'Hare, and a seconder, Counselor Dividitis. That's bills 101, 102, and 103, 2023. All those in favor? Opposed? And if you got that, Matthew, is that carried?
That carries, Mr. Mayor.
That has carried. Adjournment. There being no further business, this meeting is hereby adjourned at 6:45 p.m. And I want to thank everybody for taking time so that we could get this business completed this evening. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, and
It's
it's a great crowd
Saturday.
down here too. Unbelievable.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Oh, the burgers.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'll see you shortly.
Bye.
Bye-bye.